Nintendo might be bringing DS games to the Switch too. And they've come up with a crazy solution for the dual screens. A newly discovered patent from Nintendo has leaked, and it basically shows us how Switch 2 could emulate Nintendo DS games. This is huge news for anyone who's wanted to replay DS classics on a modern console. Today I'll break down everything we know straight to the point, no fluff, just facts, let's get into it. First off, here's what happened. A gaming researcher and YouTuber named Mike Odyssey found a patent filing by Nintendo, just published this week, that hints at DS backward compatibility on the Switch 2. In other words, Nintendo's actively figuring out how to let you play Nintendo DS games on the Switch 2. According to Mike, the patent details 3 different modes for displaying the DS dual screen on the Switch 2. This was one of the big questions since the DS had 2 screens. How would that work on a single screen device? Well, Nintendo's patent basically offers 3 options. Option 1, single screen mode, picture in picture. In this mode, both DS screens appear on your Switch 2 at the same time. One screen would be smaller, maybe in a corner, and the other larger picture in picture style. For example, the DS top screen could be full-sized on the Switch, while the bottom screen is a smaller window overlay, or vice versa. This is something we've already seen fan emulators try on phones, so it's cool that Nintendo might officially use it. Option 2, switch between screens. This mode would let you toggle between the DS 2 screens quickly on one display. Basically, you would see one DS screen at a time, likely filling the whole Switch 2 screen for better visibility. If you need to see the other screen, you would tap an icon or press a button and the Switch would instantly flip to show the second DS screen. It's like having a channel switcher between the top and bottom screen. So you play mostly on one screen and seamlessly swap to the other when needed, for example checking the DS map screen and then back to gameplay. Option 3, dual screen parent/child mode, using 2 devices. This one is wild. The patent suggests you could use 2 Switch 2 consoles together, one acting as the DS top screen and the other as the bottom screen. The patent literally describes a parent-child setup. One Switch is the parent top screen and the second is the child bottom screen. In practice, that might mean if you happen to have 2 Switch 2 units or perhaps a Switch 2 and a future Switch 2 handheld device, they could link up wirelessly and recreate the true dual screen experience, each showing one screen of the game. It's an out-of-the-box idea, but it would solve the dual screen problem in the most authentic way, basically turning 2 Switch 2s into a giant DS. Now, how legit is this and when could we see it? The leak claims this patent is real and that Nintendo DS games could be coming to Switch 2 very soon, potentially as part of the Nintendo Switch Online service. It makes sense. Nintendo has added N64 GBA libraries to Switch Online over the years, so DS is a logical next step for Switch 2's online expansion. If true, we might see DS titles, think Pokemon, Mario Kart DS, Animal Crossing, Wild World, etc. playable on Switch 2 in the near future. However, and this is important, a patent filing doesn't guarantee an immediate release. Companies patent ideas all the time that never actually launch as products or features. Nintendo is basically covering their bases with this dual screen solution. But the exciting thing is, this shows Nintendo is actively working on DS compatibility. They're not ignoring the huge DS library, they're trying to bring it to Switch 2 in a workable way. So from an insider perspective, this patent is a strong hint. It was filed recently, discovered how in mid-October 2025, a few months after Switch 2's launch in June. That timing suggests Nintendo likely had this in the work and might roll it out once it's tested and ready. My guess and hope is we could hear an official announce maybe in an upcoming Nintendo Direct or an update to the Switch Online service. Imagine them saying, Nintendo DS games are coming to Switch 2 Online, available starting today. Now that would blow people's minds. The DS had over 150 million units sold in its day and a massive library of beloved games, so bringing those to Switch 2 would be a huge value add and a nostalgia win. Let's recap the key points real quick. A leaked Nintendo patent found by Mike Odyssey basically confirms Nintendo is exploring DS emulation on Switch 2. There are 3 modes described: a picture-in-picture dual screen, a quick switch toggle, and even using 2 switches together as separate screens. This is how Nintendo plans to tackle the DS dual screen challenge. It's not officially announced yet, but the rumor mills say it could be happening soon as part of Switch Online. Of course, until Nintendo says something, we have to temper our expectations, but it's exciting to see evidence evidence that DS backward compatibility might actually happen on Switch too. So what do you think? Are you excited at the prospect of playing DS Classic on your Switch too? Personally, I'm already thinking about booting up games like Pokemon, Heart Gold or New Super Mario Bros. On a big screen. Let me know in the comments which DS game you would play first if this becomes reality. As always, if you found this info helpful, give the video a like and consider subscribing for more up-to-the-minute Nintendo updates. I will keep you informed on this DS development and all things Switch 2 without any fluff. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to smile, my name is you, peace.